Hello friends, welcome to Shriram's. The topic for today's discussion is 3D printing and COVID-19. What is 3D printing? 3D printing uses a printer to create three-dimensional objects. 3D printing or additive manufacturing is the construction of a three-dimensional object from computer-aided design. 3D printing involves processes in which material is deposited, joined, or solidified under computer control to create a three-dimensional object, the material being added together layer by layer. What is the relevance of 3D technology to COVID-19? 3D printing enables on-demand solutions for a wide spectrum of needs ranging from personal protection equipment to medical devices and isolation wards. This versatile technology is suited to address supply-demand imbalances caused by socio-economic trends and disruptions in supply chains. Why does it acquire additional importance during the COVID times? The global uncertainty created by COVID-19 pandemic has plunged the world into a crisis that is still unfolding. Logistical challenges owing to disruptions in manufacturing and transportation, together with backlash against globalization and free trade, have constrained supply chains, resulting in critical shortages of essential goods. Healthcare systems are on a war footing to increase their capacity of beds, supplies, and trained workers. Crisis response efforts are in motion to alleviate shortages of much-needed medical supplies. With what specific inputs can 3D printing help? There is a need for factories to manufacture, on demand, materials and devices for a range of essential services, in particular for healthcare. In this context, a resilient advanced manufacturing network enabled by a distribution of 3D printing factories has great potential. These art-to-part factories can be co-located at hospitals and transportation hubs to quickly serve the needs of medical professionals. 3D printing has redeployed its capabilities for efficient COVID-19 responses, demonstrating its competitive advantage in this emergency situation. What are the advantages of 3D printing in tackling the pandemic? Digital versatility and quick prototyping of 3D printing empowers a swift mobilization of the technology and hence a rapid response to emergencies. Even during severe disruptions in supply chains, critical parts can be manufactured on demand by any decentralized 3D printing facility in the world by leveraging designs shared online. Moreover, the additive nature of 3D printing enables product customization and complex designs. The broad spectrum of 3D printing applications in the fight against COVID-19 includes personal protection equipment, medical and testing devices, personal accessories, visualization aids, and emergency dwellings. 3D printing is being used to provide many different solutions to the challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic, ranging from PPE to emergency dwellings to isolate patients. Is 3D printing environmentally friendly? In the view of addressing the environmental concerns on medical waste accumulated from disposable PPE, 3D printing offers promising solutions to conserve precious resources by advocating recyclable materials and reusability of respirators and filters. How can it help in training the healthcare workers? 3D printing is being used to provide training and visualization aids for healthcare workers to cope with the limited pool of trained personnel. Can it print huge buildings for relieving the load on hospitals? Yes. 3D printing has been used to fabricate temporary emergency dwellings to isolate those under quarantine, relieving the overloaded medical infrastructure. Compared to traditional construction methods, 3D printing of building usually requires shorter building times and lower labor costs and can use more environmentally friendly raw materials. 3D printed dwellings can also be easily transported and deployed to areas where they are most needed. How is it developing in India? What are the capabilities and challenges? 3D printing industry in India is still nascent. In India, many big and small firms offer 3D printing services for few industry sectors such as medicine and automobiles. It has large-scale value chain dependencies. These include the physical hardware, the printer, the software, the material, metal or non-metals, and 3D printing service providers. It is heavily reliant on the US and Europe for hardware, software, and material sourcing. The ongoing pandemic has exposed these dependencies and severely limited the scalability of 3D printing in India. In addition to the above hurdles is the issue of collaboration. For India to emerge as a competitive player in 3D printing, the IT hardware and software companies must collaborate with each other and co-invest in R&D for developing a homegrown 3D printing ecosystem to achieve value chain independence, rapid prototyping, and manufacturing capabilities, all crucial requirements in the post-COVID-19 era. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast.